right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Kwadash. I want to give double honors to the head apostles, now there's a great millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and blessing to you, sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in and week out, in all truth and sincerity. I wanted to touch on a particular point in the Apostle Recall's live stream. The title of his page is GMS Keep Pushing On. I'll leave the link in the description box, as well as the link to Elder Yashawamba. His live stream, because I believe they both went live at the same time. Watch, subscribe, be edified, and as well as some of the other elder brothers from Dallas was on the scene in this live stream as well. But I want to play a clip of a statement that Elder Yashawamba made, and speak upon it. He made a particular statement concerning these other camps, which we, the scenario that he presented very well could be something that we see. Okay, concerning these other camps. But without further ado, let's go ahead and play this clip.
Damn, these niggas, like they getting ready to be in these particular camps, getting ready to be going to Esau, telling them these niggas are the problem. It ain't us, it's GMS. They're molesting boys and girls. Look, we have the proof. They're gonna pull out a video of us breaking down an ancient custom. These are the things we get ready to go through, brothers. Any of you who are liking these videos, you're gonna have to be joint heirs with that persecution in hell. But the beauty of it is the way our apostles and elders have set it up. Our wives and children, they ain't out there like that. Yep. The rest of these camps, their whole families are out there for everybody to see. The way our apostles and elders have set this thing up is that brothers who are linked to particular people in the world, you don't know. Your wives, your children, they're all protected through the spirit and power behind Bashiach Shai. They wanted to make it a show. Yeah. But that's going to come with a price when that persecution comes.
With the recent things that have surfaced concerning these other particular camps, and just, Jake, who knows he's an Israelite and might be out there teaching as well, this is something we very well could see, especially amongst what these leaders of the IUIC are saying and coming out in the last recent months. You got Bishop Nathaniel meeting with, one of these so-called Jews, basically basically a point blank an agent, all right, and saying various things concerning the apostles and elders on down of Great Millstone, okay, very, very, hard words, okay, making very, very bold statements which he has no evidence of. And in the recent weeks, you've seen, they have doubled down on these slanders that they have said, against Great Millstone. It has gone from, they grape, little girls, to now they're doing things to little boys, and this is just, ludicrous. This is just ridiculous, But we very well could see, like the elder Yashawamba stated, these other camps pointing the finger, which they already are pointing that finger, but furthermore pointing that finger even more at Great Millstone, okay, and trying to use that as that we're the problem, okay, that Esau shouldn't worry about them or take the focus off of them and put more of the focus on us. All right. They're going to use those terms, those guys. They're the ones that do this. They're the ones that do that. They're the ones that believe in this. And you know, we say this all the time. Um, you know, these different leaders amongst these other camps very well could be agents. Okay, you know, they could be involved in different Masonic organizations. You know, we believe that some of them have sold out, have took that bag. Which, you know, if you're a sellout, you're basically an agent. You're just a different type of agent. You know, these groups already openly come out and state that they are under the 501c3. You know, but it goes deeper than that. Okay, and we must not forget that Esau is very, very cunning, and this is the tactics that he uses, and this is how he moves. He does it in a way that it's not noticeable. He's going to use people that look like you, talk like you, say the same things as you, okay, are close to you, so he can get to you in a way to use you to his benefit, because he best believe demonization is coming. And we're seeing these different camps switch their doctrine up all of a sudden. You know, say certain things that it's just like, well, why would you say that? Like, come on, bro. Like, this is just getting ridiculous. Okay, I want to play that one more time.
Ready to be in these particular. Damn, these niggas like this. They getting ready to be in these particular camps. Getting ready to be going to Esau, telling them these niggas are the problem. It ain't us. It's GMS.
Yeah, leave us alone. You know, this is what the IUIC very well could say. Leave us alone. He saw, hey, look, we accepted, we signed on the dotted line. We don't teach in the name no more. We're teaching. We changed and switched the doctrine up. We did everything you told us to do. Okay, word. Hey, look, it's them. You know, or you know, Esau very well could be using this group for his purpose, for the very reasons that I stated before. You know, he could be using them to basically assure him of the ammunition that he's receiving via the videos and the statements and various other things to you know, bring in that beginning of heavy demonization, and you know, Great Millstone being at the forefront of it. At the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, Esau's coming for all the camps, but he might not come for all of them at the same time, if that makes sense. Okay? Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 4. It says, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh. If any man minister, it's like, this is 1 Peter 4 and 11. It says, and if any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Yahweh giveth, that Yahweh in all things may be glorified through Yahweh Bahash Slaki, that may be glorified through Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Behold, verse 12, behold, think it is not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you. And, you know, like the elder Yashawamba is going into, he's going into that fiery trial, man. Okay, those persecutions. We're going to be presented and packaged as the worst thing that the earth has ever seen. You know, and they're going to carry these false accusations, and they're going to label them upon us, throw us in prisons, throw us in jails, and keep those labels upon us that these men they're grapists, they do this, they do that. Look. Even their fellow Hebrew Israelites say these things. Hey, we didn't say these things. This is another way that Esau is going to be justified in his actions, or he could use to be justified in his actions. Look, we're not saying that these guys are doing this, these black Hebrew Israelites. Now, you got Hebrew Israelites that wear fringes and garments and teach out the Bible, call them themselves black Hebrew Israelites. So now that takes the weight off of Esau. Hey, look. Hey, why can't we call them black Hebrew Israelites? They call themselves black Hebrew Israelites. Okay? You know, throw us in jails or prisons, and hey, You know, look, their own people say that they do this and do that. Okay? And that's why we got to pray, and we got to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to keep us strong, you know, increase our faith, because it's going, you know, it's really going to go there, okay, in these times that we're coming in. It says, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. And we're going to go through those trials and tribulations. Okay, and it's gonna, you know, those trials and tribulations, which we're constantly going through different, you know, trials and different situations that will be ultimately being put through by Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, but it's going to differ from, you know, brother to brother. All right, and you know, the picture is being painted, which we can see, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, and these guys are, you can tell that, you know, the devil is scurrying. He's 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 rushing to put things together, because we see what's basically unfolding, and we're beginning to see more and more who's actually uh, for this truth and who's not. Which this is all part of prophecy. Okay, it says verse 13, but rejoice in as much as you are partakers of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach suffering. So we got to understand, and now, yeah, this shit that we're hearing is fucked up and messed up, but at the end of the day, it's just part of the walk. All right, this is part of the job description. Okay, let me read that again. But rejoice in as much as you are partakers of Yahweh Shai Mashiach's suffering. That's right. We know it is what it is. You know, we got to take it, okay, and understand that everything's going according to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, just like Yahweh Shai had to suffer, he had to go through those things that he had to go through. Okay, we have to be in a mindset that, you know, these things are going to happen, and they're going to be a lot worse than what we even imagine. Okay, it says that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Okay, like the scripture says, and I believe First Timothy, if you are going to suffer, suffer for righteousness' sake. Okay, and like we're just reading, you know, rejoice in suffering, you know, for righteousness, for the truth, for standing so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, the name of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Okay, and on doctrine, making our bodies a living sacrifice. You know, we always say, we always read that chapter, that verse in Romans, I believe the 12th chapter. But, you know, we really have to apply it to our life and really meditate on that verse, okay? Because it's, you know, being in this wisdom, knowledge, and truth is that serious. And you got a lot of Israelites that are just playing around, okay? They're just dibbling and dabbling because of various different things, and they're really not in it for the right reasons. And ultimately, they're playing around with Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. You don't play with the Lord, man. The Lord is not to be played with, okay? It says that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, happy are ye. Okay, and this is we're getting fingers pointed at us. We're getting all manner of evil said about us, you know, because just off the strength of us teaching in the true names of the Most High and His Son. Okay, these wicked, they call it wicked Israelites. We're called bums. I guess now we sleep on you know, our mama's couches. We ain't got nothing. We can't afford nothing. You know, like we're dusty and dirty. You know, the list goes on and on of all these slanders that are and the scriptures speak about this, man. The scriptures say what? Because I become your enemy because I tell you the truth. So we become the enemies of our people, even our people that know that they're Israelites that teach out of the Bible. Okay, that call themselves being in the truth and being prophets You know, we become enemies because we're simply breaking down the scriptures correctly. It says, uh, where was I at? Okay, yeah, verse 14 says, if you be reproached for the name of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. So ultimately, us suffering for righteousness, you know, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is being glorified. And that's what, you know, should be our concern, is doing what's pleasing to the Lord. Verse 15, it says, but let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer. Okay, you got a lot of evildoers amongst the Hebrew Israelite camps, or as a busybody in other men's matters. And you see that amongst these other camps, especially of the IUIC. It says, yet if any man suffer as a follower of Yahweh Shai, let him not be ashamed. And we're not ashamed. Okay, we stand boldly on the names of the Most High and His Son, the name of the Most High being Yahweh, and the name of His Son being Yahweh Shai. We stand boldly, okay, on this wisdom, knowledge, and truth, 100% truth. Okay, and we're out doing the Lord's business, and we're standing upon it. And that's what we're about. We're not about the games. We're not about the gimmicks. What did Yahweh Shai said? He said, I'm about my Father's business. And we come in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And we're about the Father's business. We're about this work. We're about this truth. Okay? Scripture say, rebuke, exhort, reprove. So we stand firmly to correct when false doctrines come out, man. It says, verse 16, yet if any man suffer as a follower of Yahweh Shai, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify Yahweh on his behalf. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. All right, so judgment's going to start with, you know, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that know that you're Israelites, that are out there on the highways and byways teaching. Okay? Because you're going to have particular men that fall out when this heavy demonization comes. And we very well could see, just like the elder was going into, a particular scenario where you got these other camps pointing fingers at you and saying you're this and you're that, and that you're the problem and you need to get off the street corners and that you shouldn't be followed. Okay? What better evidence would Esau have than the own member, because we're all considered Hebrew Israelites amongst these outsiders. They don't see the demographic of groups, the divisions. So what more proof do they have than their own members, so-called, so to speak, coming out saying these particular and bringing up these so-called accusations? It's going to be hella compelling. It's going to be hella compelling, especially when it appears on CNN, NBC, ABC, Instagram, Facebook. Esau is going to push it through all these TikTok, major platforms, man. And everybody's so tied to social media now. So now your grandma got a phone. Your 5-year-old, 6-year-old kids got phones. And this is what's popping up on the screen. All right? It's going to be a hella compelling. That's why we got to be rooted in this thing. It says, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? Okay? It says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of Yahweh commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto a faithful creator. Okay? And I wanted to play this one more time, and I'm going to stop it and touch on another point that Elder Yahshua Muhammad was speaking on. So without further ado, once again, let's play this again.
Like they getting ready to be in these particular camps, getting ready to be going to Esau, telling them these niggas are the problem. It ain't us. It's GMS. They're molesting boys and girls. Look, we have the proof. They're gonna pull out a video of us breaking down an ancient custom. These are the things we're getting ready to go through, brothers. Any of you who are liking these videos.
And for anyone to believe that madness is there's something wrong with them. And I'm talking to you Israelites that know you're Israelites that are amongst these other camps, that follow these other camps. Especially you Israelites that are amongst the IUIC. As much technology as Esau has, as much of the crime shows that you've watched on these various platforms, okay, the CSI shows, the unsolved mysteries, the solved mysteries, the you know, all the different shows that show how Esau has caught criminals, have shut down various different rings, and all types of stuff, man. And the technology he's used and has, and the agents and the strategies. Come on, man. If we were doing these things, don't you think there would be evidence? Come on, man. But this man's technology, this man can see through your walls. He has the satellites. He basically knows where you're at all times. Okay, he has technology. Or how do you think he catches these criminals? All right. How do you think he can catch somebody that committed a crime 50, 60 years ago and bring them on trial with substantial DNA evidence? So for you Israelites to believe that, man, it just shows that a lot of our people just don't think right, man. Their heads ain't on straight. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua put them together that way, okay? It says, oh, Salakia. Let me play the rest of this, and I want to go to Mark, the 4th chapter.
Videos, you're going to have to be joint heirs with that persecution in hell. But the beauty of it is the way our apostles and elders have set it up, our wives and children, they ain't out there like that. Yep. The rest of these camps, their whole families are out there for everybody to see them. The way our apostles and elders have. That's
right. These other camps got the families, you know, the kids, the women in long chairs sitting out. You got the women amongst the congregation, the kids amongst the congregation. You got them gathered together, and you know, on camera as well. And that could be a heavy influence when persecution arises. Because like I said earlier, once Esau rolls, even though he might roll on certain camps first, and even ones who follow these certain doctrines and beliefs first, eventually he's coming for all the Israelites, man. At the end of the day, he knows who he is, who his enemy is, okay? You know, so that could be a heavy persuasion for a lot of these Israelites to go on and consent to this devil, and you know, ultimately, receive his device, okay? And even before that, basically aid into coming against the true men that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has set up, and ultimately even, you know, to the point of putting them to death, because some of us are gonna have to die for this wisdom, knowledge, and truth, man. All right, some of us are gonna have to, you know, take it all the way to the grave, and you know, if that be the case, so be it. We gotta pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua for strength. That's why the scriptures speak about counting the cost. All right, let's continue on.
Set this thing up is that brothers who are linked to particular people in the world, you don't know. Your wives, your children, they're all protected through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. They wanted to make it a show. Yeah. But that's going to come with a price when that persecution comes.
That's exactly right. Let's go to Mark, the 4th chapter. Let's go down to verse 11. And it says, and he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of Yahweh, but unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables, that seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand. You got a lot of Israelites that hear, but they do not understand. They see, but they cannot perceive. And I'm speaking to these Israelites that are amongst these other groups and other camps, which we believe there's a certain number that's going to come up out of that madness that are part of the elect. All right. It says, lest at any time they should be converted and their sins should be forgiven them. Because at the end of the day, the Lord has a certain number of Israelites that are of the elect and a certain amount of Israelites that are not of the elect. He has a certain amount of Israelites that are predestined for destruction and a certain amount of Israelites that are predestined for salvation. It says, verse 13, and he said unto them, know ye not this parable? And how then will ye know all parables? The sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness, and have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction and persecution arises for the word's sake, immediately they are offended. Okay? And these are the times that we're coming into, man. We're coming into the times of affliction and persecution arising on a very, very high level. Okay? And the ones that do not have a root, guess what? They're going to give in. They're going to say, you know what? I can't do this no more. My kids, my wife, my house, my car, my comfort, my life. And they're going to say, you know, I can't do it. I'm not a Hebrew Israelite no more. Or I don't represent that camp no more. I'm Great Millstone, I can't do it no more. It's not me. I'm not going to be associated with the, and we got to be strong in these times that we're coming into, because we're right at the doorstep of this. We're right there at the doorstep. Okay? Because at the end of the day, if the leadership of the IUIC did sell out, if they are Masons, if they are taking orders from these wicked elites, hey, everything that they're saying and everything that they're doing is instructions that they're receiving, from these wicked elites on down concerning these agencies and organizations and groups. Okay? They're not just doing things willy-nilly. If they sign on that dotted line, Esau is very well sought out. It says, and these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who when they have heard the word immediately receive it with gladness, and have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution arises for the word's sake. Okay? So this is talking about affliction and persecution for the word's sake, which we're coming into that time. It says, immediately they are offended. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, all right, like I was going into, my wife, my kids, my job, my comfort, ultimately they didn't have faith. You got a lot of Israelites that are in this thing for the wrong reason. They're in it for the games, the gimmicks, the women, the rank, the power, the look, the gathering, the marching, okay, the community. They're not in it for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Yahushua said you must hate your own life, man. If you don't put in this truth first in your life, hey, the Lord can't use you if you ain't willing to go all in, okay? I'll take that back. The Lord ultimately can use anybody for his purpose, and he is doing that. But if you're not willing to put this truth first, I'm going to say it like this, okay? Ultimately, you're not a part of that number. Let's finish this out. Let's read, finish verse 19 and we can wrap it up. It says, Mark 4:19, it says, "In the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches," and a lot of evidence is coming out concerning these other groups and their 501c3 contracts, the money that they have, etc. Okay, hey, you really think Esau is gonna allow you, if you did sell out, if you did take that bag, if you do are doing things for his purpose, you really think Esau is gonna allow you to ride off into the sunset without things being exposed that you've done? Hey, Esau is bringing everything out as you've done. You think he's gonna be exposed on a high level and not expose you, you ones that have sold out to him? Come on, man. Hollywood should be a great example to you. Esau is gonna destroy your name. Might not happen at the same time for all the camps, but it's gonna happen. You know, or I should say, throw dirt on your name. Okay, it says, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches and lust of other things entering in choke the word and it become unfruitful. And this is what we're witnessing. All right, we're witnessing, these other camps become unfruitful. They're switching up the doctrine. They didn't switch the name up. They didn't took the name out their titles. They're constantly changing breakdowns. Are constantly, switching up things. The scriptures say, "Meddle not with them that are given to change." Okay, and then on top of that, the slander is getting heavier and heavier towards us. The false accusations and the various other methods and tactics they're using, which they got all these methods and tactics from Esau, man. This is Esau 101, man. Okay? Esau taught you how to use these various methods and tactics, man, for your own personal gain and also for his gain. I'm going to read verse 19 one more time and I'm going to wrap it up. It says, "And the cares of this world and deceitfulness of riches and the lust of other things entering in choke the word and it cometh unfruitful." Lord willing, that was edifying. To the next time, shalom.